Hey everyone, sorry for starting a bit late here. All right. Maru, do we have any pre-submitted questions today?
No, not today.
All right, go ahead, Grisha, what you got for us today?
Hey Will, good morning. So I wanted to ask you, like, how can we make a flow for like failover handling just in case like the flow is failing. So like Eric had told me that I can make a dashboard and get the current logs, all the logs, but I don't want that. I don't want all the logs from the system. I want
Mm-hmm.
the like specific logs for the flows which I've created.
Are you trying to catch errors as they occur in the flows you've created? Is that what your
Yeah.
question is?
Yeah, so I'm building a dashboard and I
Mm-hmm.
want not only errors, I also want the flow name, flow time and flow end time. And just in case if the flow is failing somewhere in between, then I want the exception details as well, or the error
Okay.
details.
Yeah, in fact, you shouldn't have to build. We can give you. Let's look. Is it in the App Store today? Let me see here. We have a exception handling project. Let me see if I can remember where this thing might be. Oh, actually, I might be able to download it off Register. I can send this to you. Just a moment here. I'm doing some off screen. Bear with me just a minute. Okay, this has exception handling. Abilities. I'm going to import this on my local, but I can send you a project over that has most of this stuff that you can done so that you can use it. Just a moment here. I'll show you what I'm talking about.
Mhm.
Okay, so here we go. I'm going to import our exception handling project here on my local. I'll find a better version, but I'll find a clean version for you and send it over after the call. But let me just import this. I'll show you kind of what it does. It gives you a dashboard for assignments and error messages. Okay, so here we go. I imported a ton of stuff. There's an error handling dashboard here. There's an error handling project that I can send you, and this error handling project has. Let me just generate an error so we have something to look at here really quickly. Where is I think I created a flow with an error in it the other day. Was that yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. So 613. Is it the flow here? See? It doesn't matter. I'm going to create an error and then use it. We can give you a step here. Just going to force an error to occur really quick by dividing by 0. I'm going to put a catch exception step to catch all uncaught exceptions. This is where it kind of, then I'm going to search for error. And I'm going to find the handle errors flow. Put this in. Now, what I need to do here is map some data. Actually, I'm just going to leave this as is. There's a bunch of inputs here. And so if I run this flow, I should get an error. Okay, there's an error. Now, this automatically gave me an assignment, but really quickly, if I come back and look at this error handling dashboard, you'll see I have some details. I have an assignment here. This assignment lets me view the details and possibly clear the exception once I'm done. But here I also have some error analytics or some exception history here, where I can see the details of the failures. And you'll see some of these inputs, there's project name or reporting user, or the flow name and the step name. And I can save that information off for historical review. So long and short, what I'm saying is I have a project that you might be able to use to do this, and I can send that to you. But you have to pair up, you use catch exception steps that catch uncaught errors. So this is a divide by 0 error. When this happens, when you hit an error, if we look at this in the debugger, this fails, right? I'm gonna close this. This step fails to proceed, and it's caught by this step, and then goes down whatever the path post the catch exception step may be. And so we use this special subflow that's configured with a bunch of stuff in this error handling project to write exception records, to create assignments, to show end forms to the user. You can do a lot of different work in this one subflow. And then you get this view where you can look at all the errors that have occurred for a particular project or at the application level in a view like this. So is this making sense?
Yes, this was very, very helpful. So this is the open error report, and I'm not able to very much understand it. And there are 4 lines beside it, perpendicular shape. So what are they describing?
These are just charts trying to show you trends in terms of what's happening with the errors that you've seen. So so here you can see there's 2 exceptions in the past 2 days. You can see that usually we do 0 exceptions. Today there's been 2. I don't know what the second one is. Maybe me rerunning the debugger again. These are open assignments. These are just decisions report. So if you were to edit the report, oh, this is actually a chart, not a report. This is open assignment. So there's two open. So if I refresh, if I close this, I'm just going to view this and resolve my error. Okay, well, that's a problem. Resolve my error. Refresh this. This should go down to 1. So it's just trying to give you some analytics about how many open exceptions there are. But these are just assignments, right? If we looked at that flow, these are just assigned forms that are creating notifications and ensuring that a user, you're creating like basically a queue of work for your support team or your admin team, your DevOps team, to help manage the process itself. And you're using task queues and assignments to get that work out. But we have a good document and a project, and I just got to dig it up. I could send that over to you, and then maybe you could import that and then try to play around with it and see if that helps you out.
Sure.
Okay.
I'll just ping my email in the chat.
Yep.
By when should I expect to get this?
I'll get it over to you today.
Okay. I have sent you the mail. Thank you.
You
Thank
bet.
you, Will.
You bet. I'll make sure we get this
Yeah.
over to you. Okay, who else? What other questions do we have today? We're pretty light crowd this afternoon. Let me know. I'll be here if anyone has any questions for us today. Just give everyone some time to, in case there's any late joinees that have any questions they'd like to ask. Okay, we got anything from anybody today? Okay, I think we'll go ahead and close it down then. Got nothing. Well, it looks like we have just a few people in, no one new joining. So Maru, who is on deck for tomorrow and Thursday?
Tomorrow we have Eric Welmering, and Thursday we have Dylan Roberts.
Okay, all right, thanks everybody. See you next week.